I'm headed into town here. There's one definite plan and one maybe plan. The definite plan is I want to do my next video on Quartzsite, and I wanted to do it from the park. I wanted to change the setting a little bit. So I got all my cameras and stuff with me. So I'm going to do that in the park. And if Angels, I do not know what days Angel Attic is open. I know they mostly on the weekends, but if they happen to be open today, I'm going to go in there and do another tour through Angel's Attic, which is a thrift store in town here. I may have to go by the museum because I see cars parked out back. Maybe I'll try that on the way back. Angel's Attic is not open. Gas prices have been very consistent all summer long. It's a little lower, I think, now by a couple of cents, 284.9, so $2.85 a gallon. Here at the only gas station in town, the Valero, which shares a building with the post office, and the Valero has Rocky's Market. as promised, here we are in beautiful center of the village of Eagle Nest, New Mexico. For those of you that aren't familiar, this is far north New Mexico, about 30 miles from the Colorado border. And Eagle Nest is my home for the summer. But I want to talk to you today about my home for the winter, Quartzsite, Arizona. I have done, I don't know, I haven't counted them. I'm sure at least 50 videos on Quartzsite. 10 things to do, 5 things not to do, what you need to know, how you need to stay warm. I've done them all, and I'll do more. But today, you noticed on the thumbnail, I deliberately did 5 reasons to go to Quartzsite, crossed out the 5 and wrote 1. So you're going to wonder, what's the 1? I'm going to tell you right off the bat here. It is, I go to Quartzsite. There's a lot I like about it, but there's one reason why I return every single year. And that must be a truckload of dogs, huh? That is the people. Not just because they're nice people and I like the people, but one of the most important parts of my nomad retirement life is the connections I have with people, and I don't feel lonely on the road. Even when I'm by myself, I have nomad people I can connect with. I can video with them. I can talk with them, and I can meet up with them and camp with them. And I've met, I would say all of them I have met in Quartzsite. Now, there's one big difference. Deborah Dickinson, if you watch her, Deborah and I go back way before either of us even dreamed of this lifestyle. But everybody else I have met in Quartzsite. And I found it to be critical to have relationships with people that have the same life philosophy and same lifestyle that I do. And every year of the winter, hundreds, if not thousands of people in this lifestyle converge on one place in this country, and that is Quartzsite, Arizona. That's where I've met everyone. Within that, there's the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous, and people refer to it as the RTR, and that happens in the immediate week prior to the Big Tent event. And the Big Tent event is one of the biggest RV camping recreational shows in the country. It happens under guess what? A really big tent. Surprise. And that it occurs in the week just prior to that, leading up to that. And that is a event created by Bob Wells, who, if you're not familiar with him, he's the guy that really started the modern nomad movement. And I say modern nomad movement because human beings have been nomadic for most of the existence of the species. But the modern movement is about RVs and vans and cars and even tents, and how people are combating the high cost of living and the pressures of urban society with deciding to go out and adopt this lifestyle. So Cheap RV Living, I think, is his YouTube channel these days. And he founded a nonprofit they call it HOWA, Homes on Wheels Alliance. And that HOWA is the organization that now coordinates the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous. And it's a free event that occurs in the city park, or town park, excuse me, it's not a city, it's a town, Quartzsite Town Park, in the week prior to the Big Tent. And that is a supercharged version of people getting together that are into this lifestyle. And supercharged, it's free. There are all sorts of seminars, there's entertainment, last year there was a great Mexican food truck there. It was amazing. And it's a way to really meet a lot of people that are maybe just getting into this lifestyle, are curious about it, as well as people that have been doing it for years and years. And they're there they're to share their knowledge and their hope and their experience. It's a pretty cool thing. Are there any reasons to not go to Quartzsite? Of course they are. You can find hater videos on Quartzsite. You don't have to try very hard. It's if you're going to boondock, it's in the desert. It's windy. It's cold as heck at night. It's windy during many days, making it so windy that it's hard to do things outside. Especially in January, the town is crowded like you would not believe. You wait in lines for a long time to get gas, to get food, to go to a restaurant, to do anything. There's people everywhere. Can that be a pain in the you-know-what? Of course it can. Are there ways around it? Yes, you can go into town to do your shopping early in the morning. You don't have to spend time in town if you're out boondocking. And there are places to stay. There are RV parks. But guess what? If you don't make reservations well ahead of time, you probably aren't going to get a RV spot for any significant contiguous days in January, because they're all booked up. And it gives you an idea how popular Quartzsite is. It's a town of about 2,600 people, and there are 50 RV parks. If you don't believe me, I will go. There's another video I did. There's a couple of videos I did in Quartzsite where I actually post all the names of all 50 some odd, I think it's 52 RV parks. Yeah, 52. And trust me, they all book up in January. If you want to go to Walmart, it's a long way to drive. It's almost an hour to get up to Parker, Arizona. And when you get there in January, you're going to wait in line at Walmart because it's crowded up there too. If you want real urban stuff, you got to go to Yuma. That's about an hour and a half drive down to Yuma. And there's more than one Walmart. There's all sorts of those kinds of amenities, but it's a long drive. Is there crime in Quartzsite? Of course there is. If you look at the statistics, it'll scare you, but crime statistics are done on a per capita basis. What does that mean? The statistics are like per 1,000 population. So the rates seem high because they're based on a 2,600 person population. Guess how many people visit Quartzsite? I'm not trying to say this is the number of people that camp there. I don't like to exaggerate. But these are the people it's recorded coming in to visit. At least they get off the interstate and they come into town and do something. It's over 1 million people a year, folks. Over 1 million a year. And if you come here and you get there and you look over the desert and the BLM land where people are camped and boondocking, it's a literal sea of RVs and tents and cars as far as you can see. Yeah, it's like you hear, 1 million people. Sure. You get there and you look around in January and you go, you know what? I'm a believer now. Also, you go shopping in the 2 local grocery stores that are very charming and lovely. It's a lot more money than it is going to a Walmart or a big urban grocery store. It's just the way it is. They're small markets. The prices are high. Are there ways around that? Absolutely. There are a ton of ways around it. I've got videos on that. I can tell you all about how to be thrifty in Quartzsite. But if you're just I just want to go to the grocery store. I don't want to have to go to a bunch of places and follow a bunch of directions. Yeah, you're going to pay some more for groceries than you're used to at home in Keokuk or wherever you're from. All of the things that I've talked about that are drawbacks of Quartzsite, none of them bother me personally. But there are plenty of people that go every year that those things bother them, but they're there for those connections. So you might ask, how do I make those connections? It's hard. There's so many people there. It's hard not to make connections. in what they call the long-term visitor areas. There are 4 areas the BLM, Bureau of Land Management, manages, all to the south of, just to the south of Quartzsite, where you pay like $40 for 2 weeks to stay there, or it's $180 for the whole season, which is September 15th through April 15th. Yes, there was a lot of talk about the rates going way up, but they didn't do it. They haven't done it yet. And trust me, when they do it, every other RV YouTube that you see will be about, they've finally done it. It's now fill in the blank. It won't be a secret when they do it. But right now, if you're going to go and you're going to go for the season, you can go out online and purchase a $180 permit. So they can raise the rates between now and when you go, but that's going to grandfather you into the $180 for the season. I digress a little bit. I'm talking about how to connect with people. Unless you go out to one of these areas and you can drive way, way back and go way far away from everyone, you could stay there for the whole season. And if you don't talk to anybody in the grocery store and that's all you do in town, you're probably not going to meet anyone. And you're probably not going to have any kind of good time at all. That's not the way I do it. I camp with people that I have met over the years. And the way I started meeting these people is the first time I went, I found out about a YouTuber that was organizing a people camping together, and I signed up for that. And so it was a camp that was made for people getting together and getting to know each other. And that's how it started. Trust me, there are lots of camps where, look on Facebook, and there's a big Quartzsite chatter. It's a big one. It's got thousands and thousands of people. And yes, it can be very annoying. There's nasty stuff, nasty comments and stuff. That's what happens when you have that big of a Facebook group. But if you go out there and you ask what YouTubers or what people are coordinating camping in the LTVA this year, you'll get some good, serious answers. You'll get some sarcastic answers and some jerks, but that's neither here or there. As we get closer to the season, I'll do a Quartzsite video on all the ones that I'm aware of, that I'll do some research and find out who's doing what this season. But what I refer to these as open camps, where everyone is invited to come camp. Once you get in these, it's just people camping close together out in the desert, and they have activities, they do potlucks, they have fires at night. Trust me, if you go to one of these things and you camp there, you're going to walk away with good friends. And it's a stretch to say this for everyone, but most people are going to walk away with lifelong friends. So no matter where you end up, there's opportunities to meet people. If you're an RV park person, get out and start calling RV parks right now. Time is running out. I know it's August, but trust me, time is running out if you want space in January. Start making your phone calls now. That, again, an RV park, especially in Quartzsite, is a built-in community. They'll have activities, the people gathering around for campfires. And you're going to be close together. There's no, quote, really true resort luxury RV parks in Quartzsite that have huge far apart sites or anything like that. It just doesn't exist. People are close together, but they're happy to be because of the sense of community, and everyone is there in a good mood. They want to meet new people. So if you are looking at your TV, looking at Travels with Dottie, Rob here talking, and are thinking about, do I want to do this lifestyle? I suggest you do what I did. A full 2 years before I retired, I decided, okay, I built up
my time off and asked for special permission. I took 3 weeks in a row off. And I went to Quartzsite. I pulled my trailer from Fairfax, Virginia to Quartzsite, Arizona, and I parked that sucker in the desert. And I went to, if you're familiar with Hobotech, he usually has a camp every year, not on LTVA land, but on BLM land usually. And this was in Skadden Wash on BLM land. He invited people to camp with him. And so I went and I did that. And I spent a full, I think, 7 nights there in so I was gone for 3 weeks. It took 5 days to travel out, 5 days going back. I don't push myself real hard. So I had a full 7 days in the desert, and full 7 days of meeting people, and I fell in love with the desert. It's of all the drawbacks of its bone shelling at night, and I'll do another video on how to keep warm. Don't worry, I'll do one. I'll do another one. Last year's was a big hit. Hopefully this year will be too. But by the time I got home, I'm convinced, yeah, these are the people I want to be around. I'm going to love being in Quartzsite for a whole season. I find I love the desert. I've got a lot to, at the time, it's like, I got a lot to learn about boondocking, but that's okay because I can see the path. I can see the path. I think I went out there with I had splurged ahead of time and bought one lithium Battleborn battery that at the time was like $1,000. But I was pretty comfortable. I could see where improvements needed to be made, and I made the improvements over the years. This is the reason, the one reason, the one true reason, the one great reason to love and visit Quartzsite and keep coming back every year. I hope you've gotten something out of this video, and I will see you all on the next one.
I thought I'd show you a little bit where kind of the little neighborhoods look like in the village, off the beaten path here. You might have been to visiting many times and not seen these little back roads. So this first one is it's called French Henry Trail. See, there's a variety of little houses. I'll make a little bet with you that we don't see a for sale sign on a single one. And my theory is that people that get a place here in town, in the village, they don't want to leave. I don't blame them. Some of their on this end have pretty sweet views of the mountains there. This one to the left here, you'll see it as I turn. You have a beautiful wide front porch. Hey, puppies. A lot of barking dogs. You can tell there's not much bike or foot traffic around here. I know I'm doubling back a little bit on places, but it's not easy sometimes to get to see everything without doing a little cat tracking. But I still haven't seen a for sale sign of you. Humbug Drive. I'd never seen that before. I wonder if Scrooge used to live here on Humbug Drive. Making our way out to a regular road here. You know, I didn't catch every little side street, but I got most of them. It's the community center on the left there. Cute little green and yellow house there. This is a little RV park with little cabins on the right here. Very cute, nice and neat. There's the Laguna Vista Lodge right in front of us. Sure, they have rooms there that have some really great lake views on the other side. Unobstructed lake views. Hey, how you doing? You remember me? A lot of views on that little video I did.
But to Oklahoma, and they showed up.
The couple thousand views. I was really surprised. I'm happy that I got to send people to you. Hey, anytime. So that was that is the reward, not the advertising income, that I did a little video for that guy, and it made a difference. It got him business. That's the big reward. Yeah, I think this goes around the back of the Rocky Market here. We've never been back here. It's probably nothing interesting, but I like to explore. What can I say? I'm going to try to run this all the way back to the RV park, and I'm going to take the back way. Hopefully, I won't run out of juice. There's been put a lot of strain on this battery by shooting what I've shot so far and then uploading a bunch of stuff because I couldn't wait till I got back. So it drained a lot of battery. We'll see if I can make it. And I'll apologize ahead of time because a lot of it's going to be bumpy because it's the dirt road. And I detected a lot of sort of annoying rattling sign in the first part of the video today. Hopefully I'll be able to denoise that, but if not, I apologize. So going the back way, I can start the trip right here. I can go around this side street. See these stop signs? I used to stop at every single one of them because every once in a while I'd miss and I'd get nasty comments. Then I found out there's a law in New Mexico that bicycles don't have to stop at stop signs if there's no traffic. So I've been sailing through them ever since. There's a nice view of the lake down here. We're just passing the Eagle Nest Baptist Church. Then we're going to pass there's a middle school and grade school here on the right. They're past. And I'm pretty sure when the high school, they go to Cimarron High School. I don't know how well I'm going to do going over these rocks, but we'll try our best. No, it's not too bad. This is the construction they're doing. This will be beautiful when they're done, but it's pretty bumpy now. A little bit better view of the lake here. This guy on the right here has been working on his home and he's really made some progress since the last time I was here. I'm impressed. You know, a sidewalk here. Yeah, there was no good thing that was going to happen. Not waiting for him. the bloody spot. Well, we made it through there. I wonder if they're going to have sidewalks all the way down there. Maybe so. We're working, doing a job here. Maybe by next year, it could be done here. Maybe. I don't know. But this comes out right by the RV park. And you do have to go a few feet on the highway to get to the entrance, but not necessarily, because there's a little trail that if it looks passable, I'll try to take the trail so I don't have to do the highway at all. But the highway's faster and a heck of a lot smoother. They're here, all the workmen are up here working, so that's for sure. And you can see the Weathers RV park on the right. We're here. We made it. Hopefully the battery's still going, is it? Yeah, battery's still going. I think I got looks like about 10% left. 10%. I know they've been working on this transition up there with the rocks. People were almost getting stuck. The trail, the trail looks okay. This is what I mean by the trail. So I can go real slow here. There's a makeshift trail. Now I know the camera's jumping around a lot. I apologize for that. It's bumpy, but it's a way to keep me off the highway. And we made it. There we are. I did all this and it's come on, watch. $11:22. It's not even noon yet. I'm gonna go. I'll go real slow here on the grass so it doesn't shake around as much. It's still gonna shake. And you can hear that rattling, aren't you? I'm sorry. We're almost home. And here is home. We have arrived.
Dottie dog. Hi, Dottie. It's a puppy dog. It's a good girl. There's George. Is George in your bed, Dottie?
All right, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it did okay with this fancy camera. Take care, and I'll see you all tomorrow.